What's up, hockey fans? It's Cody Beeks and Keits here from Stick and Puck Podcast.
What's up, guys? Friends, everyone.
Yeah, today we decided to do something different. We might call this a bit of a series, so it's a working title, but for now we'll call it the Hat Trick Series. We've decided each to pull three interesting or a couple of our favorite jerseys out and talk about them today for you guys.
Yeah, so right behind us, three jerseys each is what we pulled. So here's Cody's side. Cody's three, my three behind. We'll just go back and forth and kind of talk about some of these jerseys. Before we get into it, though, one thing I want to ask you, Cody, is what made you decide to grab these three? Just a quick.
Like I said, both interesting and a couple of my favorite ones. Whether it be the player or just the overall aesthetic of them, really,
Nice.
is that it was my main driving force. And I mean, I guess memory also. Memory is like just like the nostalgia factor as well. Probably kind of came into it, but yeah, these ones. I took a good look at the old collection back there and. These ones really popped out to me, so I'm excited to talk about them.
Nice, awesome, man. Yeah, for me, the three that I picked out is actually three jerseys that I acquired this year. So far, those are three of my favorites that I was able to snag this year. Jerseys that you actually haven't seen yet. You've seen, I think, most of the stuff that I have, but these three I know for sure I haven't showed them to you.
No,
So
yeah.
I thought, why not pick them out? So.
All right, well, let's get going.
Awesome, man. Do you want to start out? I'll help you out. We'll start from the end. Yeah.
Yeah, let's grab this one right here. So.
All right.
So my first pick has got to be the 2001 All-Star Game jersey of the one that was actually here in Denver.
Yeah, you're one of the lucky ones, man. You were able to go to the All-Star Game.
Yeah, we went to the fan event and it was really great. It was it was huge. It was down at like the Denver Convention Center, and
yeah,
I mean so many fun things to do. But I mean, also that was the year that the Avs won the cup as well. So I mean, even extra special. But really, I mean, I've had my problems with just All-Star games and All-Star game jerseys in general.
Sure.
But I mean, this one is just so creative and so innovative. It's, I mean, I mean, just the way they use like the lines on the jersey is just, it's so old school, but it's in such a great way. The collar, I absolutely love the collar. I mean, like, how many times have you seen that happen? Not very many. And I mean, it kind of calls. It almost calls back to like the very, very old days when they were wearing sweaters, and you'd almost have like that kind of vintage collar with it. And I don't know, it's just such a creative way to, I mean, bring the past into at that time the now. And I mean, obviously, it's a Peter Forsberg jersey. You know I'm gonna love it. Back then it was, world versus North America. So you'd have their countries of origin on the side, and then obviously their professional team on the other side of the arms. And what I really love about the back is the name's actually on the bottom.
Yep.
Which, I mean, it's just, for that kind of jersey, it just like it goes so hard.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love it. I'm here for it all the time. I mean, if NHL All-Star jerseys or even just pro jersey, like team jerseys, were like this, I'd be buying those every year.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a sick jersey, man. Obviously, cool part, yeah, All-Star Game, and where we live here in Colorado. This was before my time. I still hadn't lived. I still lived in Europe during.
Oh yeah, that's right.
During this time, so I didn't get the experience, but nevertheless, man, super cool, and I can't agree with you with the collar as well. Reminds me of like a polo or something.
Yeah, it's like distinguished. Yeah, it really is. It's just like you're like a distinguished gentleman out there on the ice.
Super unique. Yeah, no, definitely a cool jersey, and Maybe one day I'll be able to snag one of these too for my collection. A Patrick Watt one would be dope.
Oh, and the great thing about the goalie jerseys is actually those were white, so it was almost like a like a soccer team where the goalies, yeah. So that would it was like reversed, like the shoulders were red and the main part of it would be white for all the goalies.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool, man. No, awesome pick, man. Awesome pick. Love it. Love the flag on the side, the
Yeah,
country
great,
that they
right?
represent. Just a very, very well thought through jersey. I mean, compared to like the All-Star jerseys that we're seeing today, again, a lot of people think the jerseys this year were sick. I disagree. I thought they were absolutely ugly. That Miami Vice
Yeah.
looking colors. I was not about it, but again, to each their own. But yeah, something. This is dope. I really like it.
For me, they knocked it completely out of the park with those jerseys, for sure.
Yeah, no, super cool, man.
Yeah, love it.
All right, let me grab mine.
Oh yeah, let's go. Yes.
All right, my man. So this is one of my newest additions that I got. That again, like I said, mentioned you haven't seen yet. I ended up jumping on the New York Rangers reverse retro. Something, not necessarily. I didn't go for it because it was the reverse retro, so to speak. Like, it was more. I guess it was more so for the nostalgic Lady Liberty.
Yeah, for sure.
It just, me. I'm a huge fan of Lady Liberty. I
mean,
love the Statue of Liberty. I have it tattooed on me. Just love it. So I always told myself, if I was gonna go get myself a New York Rangers jersey, it will be definitely the Lady Liberty. And the reverse retros, had came out, so I figured what not. The cool thing, I mean, when you look back to New York Rangers in specific, man, they haven't really been too creative with the jerseys, so to speak.
They really never had to. I mean, like what they've done with their jerseys is just so timeless,
No, definitely, man, and I honestly I love it for that. With when you look back at the New York stuff, the Lady Liberty is probably the ballsiest thing they've done their whole year. I mean, they've been pretty simple. You have the Rangers across or New York across. The only thing that really played around is with the colors, with the blues.
And
they've gone with the darker blues and such.
yep.
But they've always stayed true to those, American, so to speak, red, white, and blue colors. They never stood away from that. I want to say maybe the other creative jersey that they did was the Shield.
Yeah.
Which that's on the patch of this as well as
And what I enjoy about that one is it's almost like an updated version of the Shield too on the shoulders.
It is, yeah.
It really is. It's definitely more of a 2022 kind of Shield, whereas
definitely
normally they play off that like real like vintage Shield.
And they've played around with the Shield in the past with their Billy Winter Classic. They did a little different Shield. I can't remember which years. I'm not a years guy. Yeah. But I know there was the Shield was more rounder, I believe.
Yeah, that was back when they had those like 3 Stadium Series games with the Islanders and the New Jersey Devils like right in a row, where they did that kind of like Stadium Series looking Shield kind of on it. And I think another a Winter Classic when they definitely tried to play around with a kind of like an eggshell white jersey and maybe a more vintage Shield as well.
And remembering too with the Lady Liberty, it was a whole big unveil. I remember when they revealed it. Messier and everyone were there to like show the new design and stuff, and they rocked them for quite some time. I think it was like the late '90s into like early or mid 2000s.
Wayne Gretzky was still playing for him. They had the White Lady Liberty
when they back then. When they had them, and then the Lady Liberty kind of vanished for quite some time.
It did. It really did get kind of phased out.
And I from seeing a lot of Rangers fans were talking, was like, bring back Lady Liberty.
Oh yeah.
Bring back Lady Liberty. So here it is, Lady Liberty. So Yeah, I will no longer need to borrow a New York jersey from you
True,
when I
yeah.
go to the East Coast.
My
Uh,
Zubarella jersey will
I
stay in
I
the
I got
stay
my
in home this
own.
time.
Yeah, that's for people that don't know. Last year, actually, I was in the East Coast right around the playoff times, and I didn't have a Rangers jersey, so I had to borrow one from Cody. Um,
An incredible Winter Classic jersey, though. I absolutely love that
yeah,
Winter Classic jersey for sure.
but yeah, no, I thought it was a cool pickup. And yeah, I'm stoked to have it.
Oh, absolutely. Way to get on that one. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think? Let's move up to your second one,
Oh,
eh?
absolutely, absolutely. All right, so this one, I've had this one for a really long time, and if y'all don't know, this is the University of Denver Pioneers third jersey from back in I want to say like the 2000s era. It's just ridiculous. I mean, they've had this like alternate logo from about like 1999 to 2007. It was like it was basically their logo, and obviously they've switched onto different cadences of just like the Denver jersey. But this one has just always been so cool, very old school. Um, to be completely honest with you, I love Kobe jerseys. I mean, you've got that like silky kind of feel to it.
Yeah,
um, the only thing when I played, we used to for a while we had Kobe jerseys for Highland Hills,
yeah,
and I'll tell you what, it is they get you very warm on the ice for sure.
yeah,
So that's like the only unfortunate thing, but I mean, just to wear one is it's just incredible, and I mean, yeah, Denver Pioneers just, I mean, I've obviously been a huge fan since I was a kid, and that was my first Denver University jersey ever, and I absolutely love it. Very old school feel with the shoulders and just like the simplistic lines, and I mean, I love that logo. It really is just it's perfect for me.
No, it's super cool, man. I haven't yet gotten into the college team jerseys,
Mm.
but no, this is super nostalgic. I remember when I first moved to Colorado. I learned about DU, Denver University, their hockey team. Um, as kids, we had to play, over there from time to time, and
The little pioneers, yeah.
yeah, and I always told myself, as young as like when I grow up, I'm gonna play for DU. Those like this like dream that you wanted to chase.
Oh yeah,
Obviously, it never happened, but hey.
yeah.
But no, it's super cool. I love the colors, the gold with the red. I agree with you too. Something about these Kobe jersey, that material, but yes, I agree with you. I can see how they're not very breathable. So if you get to
No.
play with them, it could get definitely warm. But yeah, man, super cool jersey.
Yeah, easily one of my favorite moments in my playing career was definitely playing on Magnus Arena's ice.
Yep.
I never got to play, Pepsi Center or Balls Arena or whatever you want to call it now, but definitely one of my favorite one times is playing on Magnus, and that was really cool. And I mean, if you notice, this collar is actually quite pronounced as well. If you take a look at it, the collar definitely sticks up a little bit more to it. It's
Hmm.
more pronounced, just maybe not so much as the last All Star jersey, but I mean, it still has a bit of a flair to it. So
Yeah.
I guess I've got a running aesthetic that I really enjoy. So
No, definitely, and I'm probably one of the few that loves the strings.
always love the ties. Always
Um,
love the ties. I'm a big slut for ties. That's for sure.
yeah, I enjoyed them. I remember our the club we played for. We had the strings for the longest time. I don't know. I was always a fan.
I always just thought it was so cool
I
wearing
just thought it
those.
was different, because
Yeah,
everyone just had the normal V-necks.
yeah,
Most guys, and we were probably one of the few that had these guys. So yeah, always been a fan.
huge fan. Absolutely. So yeah, that's my second one, and like I said, probably one of my oldest jerseys I own, and absolutely love it.
Yeah, super cool, man. All right, let's move on.
Oh yes. Oh, what a surprise!
All right. So yeah, this is a a early 90s CCM San Jose Sharks of Artur Zerbe. It is signed, however, I have no paperwork indicating that it's a legit signature or not. We'll pretend it is. Truth be told, though, man, like we've talked before, I'm not huge on signatures.
Yeah.
Part of me honestly wish there wasn't a signature on the back. Because honestly, I'd love to wear this jersey. And now things that are signed, I feel like I can't, One incident
Yeah.
at a game or whatever, and it's kind of this jersey automatically just kind of gets trash, so to speak.
And not to mention it's on the back with the numbers, so your back's gonna be rubbing up against that all the time. And if it is legit, you don't want to. You still have it, so you don't want it to rub away or anything like that.
Yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, I mean, a little history. When I first started, I guess seriously collecting, you and I spoke, and I was like, Urbe's my all-time favorite goalie, and I always said it's like I like really, really want to collect like Urbe stuff, Urbe jerseys if I can.
Oh yeah.
Collect as many as I can from anywhere he played. Whatever I can get of Urbe, like I'd like to jump on it. And you turned me to a website that had a which would have been at that time a away San Jose Sharks jersey of Artur Zerbe. And obviously I got super stoked and I jumped on it immediately. However, when that jersey got delivered, ended up finding out that it was a kid's size.
Yeah, too small.
It was super small. Like I could rock it, but I mean, at the same time, it's like I needed to get a belly button ring or something, to make it look cuter or whatever.
So that's definitely a way to make it look cuter. That's for sure.
Since that time, I've been chasing, Sharks Urbe jerseys, and this one popped up, and I jumped on it immediately. At first, I got so excited about it, so I just this was on an auction at eBay, and I was just like, I have to have it. I didn't really even look too much into it.
Yeah.
I just let's get it. And then towards the end, I was like, man, is this even anywhere close to being legit, so to speak?
Right.
So then I started worrying after I got into a bidding war with someone and maybe spent a little too much that I should have. But to me, it's more of a sentimental value on it.
Oh, for sure.
Than anything. But then doing some research and stuff, it turns out everything on this jersey is what it would be in the early 90s era.
Yeah.
What you would buy from the store,
jersey,
so
sure.
From CCM. So it is the real deal, and again, huge bonus. It's of Urbe. Being a Latvian kid growing up, being a goalie myself, I mean, he was a hometown hero.
Oh yeah,
sure. First goalie to ever make it to the NHL.
And if you've ever seen any of our stuff, you might know that about him.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm a big Urbe fan, and I really focus on collecting Urbe jerseys, and this is one of many actually that I own of Urbe right now. But yeah, despite of his career numbers, he made a name for himself.
He's had quite the illustrious career for sure.
He's had a crazy career. He's between the gear that he wore, that everyone is like, man, how long is this guy gonna play with the same pair of pads? To his points, with Carolina, almost getting the Stanley Cup, and all the struggles before that, kind of
just what he's done for Latvian hockey as well. I think is really just one of the biggest points of his career as well.
No, definitely, yeah. I mean, he was a true fighter, and he never gave up. Obviously, San Jose was really where it started slow, but it went well, and he played 5 seasons with San Jose. Then was that weird in between where he was bounced around year to year.
Yeah, and then Los
Dallas to then Vancouver, which in Vancouver he was actually, even being a backup, he had the better points, and he was in fact the better goalie um, for that one season. But they still decided to get rid of him
What?
because he was too short.
Oh wow!
That was the reason why they got rid of him.
And they had a goalie like Dan Cloutier playing for him. I mean, short. Come on. I mean, Cloutier wasn't Mister Skyscraper either, though.
Yeah,
So, which is ridiculous.
and yeah, then he went to Carolina, which again he decent. He put up decent points,
Oh yeah,
and his best run was obviously that Stanley Cup run in 2001, I believe.
yeah.
And then after that
Oh,
again,
I believe it was 2002, 2003,
yeah,
somewhere around there.
so early 2000s. But then it got kind of went downhill from there again. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, and ended up on the Columbus Blue Jackets for a season after
Well, those during the lockout.
Yeah,
Yeah, so he never actually played for him.
yeah,
He stayed. He went back to Europe, and he stayed in Europe. So, um, even though Columbus had acquired him, he didn't play a single game for those guys.
yeah, dude,
Um,
yeah.
But yeah, no, super cool history. Any vintage guy, vintage goalie fan, you bring up the name Urbe, you know exactly who you're talking about.
Oh, for sure.
And yeah, like you mentioned again, he definitely he put the name out there for the Latvians. So
Oh, definitely. Also, a definition of what blue collar hockey player basically.
yeah,
is.
definitely. But yeah, San Jose Sharks, Artur Zerbe.
Urbe. I had to go with another third jersey out there. The Washington Capitals capital jersey. I mean, and I had to get Peter Bondra. One of my favorite Washington Capital players of all time. Like, well, easily my favorite. A Ukrainian player, played over 1,000 games in the league, over 800 points. Just Bondra was just so dialed in all the time. I mean, he was the ideal focused hockey player, and the jersey's just it's just so slick, man. I mean, the bronze, like the rusted bronze with the blue and the black, just speaks so well together. It's so wonderful, and this is kind of what I was hoping for when the Capitals were going to go for their reverse retro. And I mean, their second one, on their first one, they actually had the main logo of this one on the shoulders, which was cool. Yep. And then they went with the Screaming Eagle, obviously, for both reverse retro jerseys. But they made the second one these colors, which is, like I said, it's just my favorite aesthetic for the Washington Capitals. And I mean, you've got like the same kind of Kobe jersey material in the lines, basically on the arms and right down there, but on the bottom, which is kind of just a cool little mix. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's an incredible jersey, and I've always absolutely loved seeing them wear it, and like finally got one a Peter Bondra of my own, and I mean, obviously it's this one here. And not to mention, I'm a huge fan of Coho jerseys. Like they're definitely probably one of my favorite jersey retailer that was ever a part of the NHL. And I don't know, man. It sits so well, and it just the logo is extremely creative as well. So I've always just gravitated towards that. I still need to put the assistant alternate captain's A on there, but still, just outright beautiful jersey.
Yeah, no, definitely cool jersey. Love the colors. The colors go together well. To be honest, I was never too much of a fan of this particular logo for the Capitals.
Oh, really?
I was a Screaming Eagle guy.
Oh, well, that's.
But now, looking at this here, I love it.
Yeah, in person, it's an incredible, like it really does speak more volumes about the jersey, like when you get it in person, for sure.
I dig the numbers.
Oh yeah,
the numbers look like the 2 looks super cool. I think, cool letters. I think I only own like one Coho jersey. So
That's a
I
shame.
can't, I can't say if speak as like I don't know if it's like would be my favorite brand of jerseys, but I mean the feel and everything.
Yeah,
I can definitely dig it. Um,
I feel like Coho has probably fit the best and just have overall the best material for playing hockey or just wearing
yeah,
a jersey for sure.
no, it's definitely super cool. Yeah, no, I love it, man. I really do. And we've talked in the past in capitals in general. I mean, they their last Winter Classic jersey
The Stadium
or
Series.
Stadium Series jersey. I mean, they hit it out with the.
Yeah, way cool for sure. Yeah.
That's yeah. I mean that one is my by far even beats the Screaming Eagle to me. I was like, they need to put that
Wow.
jersey in their roster.
Man, I don't know.
Um,
That Screaming Eagle is just it is so timeless. It really
I mean,
is.
it's nostalgic. The Screaming Eagle
Oh
is
yeah,
nostalgic, so you definitely can't get rid of that. But no, this is cool. This is unique. I love it.
for sure. And yeah, just like it takes me back to that time where Olaf Kolzig was in net, and I mean, like I said, Peter Bondra. I always had such a soft spot in my heart for Peter Bondra. Actually, I used to collect those starting lineup figurines,
Uh huh.
and one of my first ones ever is actually sitting right over there on the um, on my mantle. It was a Peter Bondra starting lineup
That's awesome.
figurine. So I like that was back when I was first really learning about hockey. So I always just had a focus on Peter Bondra. So
Yeah.
to get Bondra's jersey in the old third Capitals jersey, just absolutely love it. I've got one of the old school Capitals ones as well of Bondra, but that one, uh, it's big time nostalgia for me for sure.
Yeah. No. Super cool, man.
Yeah, I love it.
Way dope. All right, let's move to the last jersey of the day.
La Finale.
All right, man. So this is the last jersey of the day. It is St. Louis Blues, uh, with an A, and it is
FNA.
of Harold Snepsts
Another
or
Latvian. What a
Harold
surprise.
Schnepsts. Uh, yeah. So besides collecting Urbe stuff, I try to collect any jersey that has to do anything with um, Latvian hockey history, so to
Oh yeah.
speak. And Harold Snepsts actually it falls into that.
Oh yeah.
For some that don't know, Harold Snepsts' parents actually immigrated from Latvia to Canada, and that's how little Harold was born and was raised by Latvian immigrants.
Yeah.
And yeah, he what's cool about him is he is probably known as your typical like blue collar defenseman, so to speak.
Yeah.
Harold never really had the biggest talents, but his work ethic is what got him into the NHL and what gave him a pretty long career. He's mostly known in the Vancouver area. He was very popular there with his blue collar ethics,
Hmm.
his attitude, his massive mustache. He was just an overall good guy, and he was a great defenseman. He like again, like I mentioned, he didn't have the best skills, but he played hard, and that's how people kind of you know beloved him.
Oh yeah. I mean, especially back in those days, like what he played basically the '80s, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yeah,
That's classic '80s hockey. Blue collar. Bring a lunch pail to the game every night.
hmm
So yeah, I mean, a perfect fit in for that. And the thing about these jerseys that I love about these St. Louis jerseys is actually the addition of the red. I think I honestly have been wanting the Blues to maybe go back to something like that. And I mean, they've definitely made a few callbacks, with reverse retro jerseys in the past, adding red and stuff. And I've always thought it was I've always really enjoyed that aesthetic that the Blues had. just I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Just like a little bit of red,
Yeah,
just for outlining. But it does really just it sets the jersey off more than what they kind of have now is just more of like a blue and yellow scheme. Which I mean, me, I'm a huge Team Sweden guy, so I mean, I'm all about the blue and yellow,
definitely.
the blue and gold or whatever. But I mean, it for me, it just kind of sets the jersey apart.
Yeah, no, no, I agree with you, man. This jersey looks great. The colors pop. The yellow, red, reds pop very nice. It's a very very good looking jersey. It is in fact my first St. Louis jersey. So I don't have anything from St. Louis. So this is my first
We won't fault
first
you too
one.
much for that one, but
But cool story about this particular jersey is I'm actually the second owner of it. Um, I found it on eBay. I was uh, again, looking for Latvian players and whatnot. I actually have a Canucks Harold Snaps jersey that
wow.
I'll maybe share another time with
Oh, for
someone.
sure.
So when I saw this one, I was like, I have to add it to the collection because these you don't see these a lot too, especially to his name. Um, but the story is the gentleman that owned it before me, he bought this in the early 90s. And he actually got it customized somewhere in Buffalo to Harold Snets.
Wow.
So this jersey's been around since the early 90s. I was born in 1990, so
Yeah.
and to speak for the quality of it, right? Sure, it's a jersey from the 90s. It has its scuff marks here and there, but overall, this jersey is clean.
Well done.
It's
Yeah.
been very well taken care of. I'm just super excited that I was able to get it, and yeah, I'll definitely be taking good care of this one.
Oh, it's a beauty jersey, absolutely. And I mean,
Just speaks for the quality, man.
it's cool that someone else out there is a Snaps fan too.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly. To get it customized, right?
to yeah,
To
go out of your way to get
so
that. That's really
that
cool.
just speaks how much people respected him, right?
Oh yeah.
For even though his lack of talent or whatever,
Well, I mean, even back in the day, it's harder to get stuff customized. So I mean, like,
and getting an A too.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, we're blessed with how easily we can find someone to customize jerseys.
Yeah,
I
that
mean, in the early '90s to get
that probably could have
to
been
like,
was probably way more difficult. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's awesome. It's a cool little story too. And yeah, the jersey is it's basically pristine, man. It really is. I mean, yeah, albeit a couple scuff marks, but I mean, for it to go that long to look that beautiful, like that man was definitely like a pro jersey owner for sure.
Yeah, probably another collector. Yeah.
Agreed.
All right. Well, that's it for the jerseys.
So yeah, that's about it for our hat trick series this time around. Let us know what you think about the video, and let us know what your three snipes are. Just give us what you dig, what you have. Let us know, man. We want to hear from you guys.
Yeah, what Beeks said. Let us know what you guys think of our 3 picks for today. You like them? You hate them? Yeah, leave us something in the comments. Let's have a conversation. This is the first time we're doing something like this.
Yeah.
I just kind of randomly came up with the idea. Let us know if this is something you'd like to see in the future of some of our other jerseys. We'll again pick 2-3 jerseys each and kind of go over them. Yeah, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. Thank you again for tuning in, watching this. We look forward making more videos and content for you guys. If you haven't checked out some of our older stuff, just get in there, take a look. Maybe give us a subscribe if you haven't. We greatly appreciate it.
Hit
Gets
the
us
bell.
motivated to kind of make these videos
Oh
and
yeah.
gets us stoked. So yeah, that's it.
And hit the bell icon for notifications if you do like our stuff, and if you didn't, thanks for sticking around anyways.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, everything's appreciated. Again, thanks everyone, and we'll see you in the next video.
Until next time.